Hi, this is Scott Chish, and today I'm going to show you how to set up and play my game Count of the Nine Estates. I've already started the setup by taking the 9 estate cards, shuffling them, and then dealing them out with peasant, then clergy, then nobility estate cards. These cards are kind of our targets to build for the victory points that are shown on them. To do that, we have a deck of 9 structure cards. And to set up, turn all the cards to the square side, square cornered side, versus the sort of inset corners. Shuffle these cards, rotate about half of them, shuffle some more, and here's your starting deck. When you start, you can choose which long edge will be face up. Work crews are very valuable because every structure needs one, so typically if there's a work crew, I'll start with that face up. To complete the setup, we slide 1 card over. So this is sort of our starting resources we have available. So we have a work crew and some lumber available to build any of these 4 structures we can or that we choose to. So with work crew and lumber, I can build either one of these sawmills if I want to. Let's just go ahead for demonstration's sake. Let's go ahead and build one of those. So I'll go ahead and build this sawmill using a work crew and lumber to build it. I'll just place it up and I'll build those structures in a column here, and I'll explain that a little later. This lumber was used, so that gets flipped over to the discard side, and then I slide this card over so that we would typically have 3 structure cards to choose from. The sawmill provides me lumber. Taverns provide me a work crew, so it's always nice to build taverns early on. This tavern takes lumber and a work crew, so I'll use this lumber, that work crew to build this tavern, slide it underneath like that. Because I use this lumber, I will tilt this card a little bit just to show I've used that lumber in this round. I used that work crew, I believe, so that card gets flipped over, this one gets slid over, and we continue on through the round. Typically what we'll want to do is we'll want to kind of target some of these estate cards to build and kind of strategize on what sort of structures we want to build. Goldsmiths, schools, sawmills, blacksmiths, quarries, and so on. For this playthrough, I'll just kind of play through randomly just to kind of give you the idea of the game. So I'll kind of build as much as I can, which isn't always the best strategy here. A farm takes food and a work crew. Let's go ahead and build that one with that food and this work crew. So I'm going to tilt this one, slide this one underneath. I still have these, I haven't used these cards. Let's see what I can do. I can build the inn, which is sort of like another tavern, for a work crew and a lumber. Let's go ahead and do that. Just go crazy building. I use this lumber so it gets discarded. I'm just looking through. I could build another tavern. That seems kind of crazy because I already have 2 that are providing me work crews, so I will not do that. Can't do anything else, so discard. Farm. Quarry would be nice because it provides a stone, but I don't have a stone up here to build, so I'll just continue on. Oh, that one should have been flipped. Blacksmith takes ore and a work crew. I have a work crew here. Let's go ahead and build that blacksmith using this crew and the ore that was on that card. And I've completed that round. If there was something here that I could build, I can continue playing up until this last card is flipped over and still take actions there. So until I'm done playing with the deck, the round doesn't end. That was one round in one era of the game. So at the end of the round, at the end of the deck, reset all these cards so those resources are available again. Take this deck, flip it back, and then we have 3 choices. We can either shuffle this deck, rotate the whole deck 180 degrees, or sometime during the playthrough we'll have the option of rotating one card 180 degrees. Let's just do that. If we need it, we'll rotate one of the cards 180 degrees. Like I said, when you're really playing, you should be looking for these. I could build the city walls with a blacksmith and a quarry. I have the blacksmith. Or I could build town square with a blacksmith and a market and a work crew. Or I could build the harbor with a work crew, a market, and a shipwright. So I should probably build a market or a quarry. So let's see if we can do that. Slide this one over to start the second round. The market takes a work crew, lumber, and food. I have lumber, a work crew, and food. Let's go ahead and build that. The second round, I'm going to put in the second column. So I used that food. I used this work crew, and I used the lumber that was on the card. So this is used. It gets flipped over in the discard pile. Slide this card over. Now I have a market and a blacksmith and a work crew available with this tavern. So I'm going to build my first estate card. It takes a work crew, I'm not sure if you can see that, a blacksmith and a market. So I'm going to go ahead and build that. I'm going to get 4 victory points. And the town square provides a gold, which is kind of a wild resource. Because I built this estate, these estate cards go away, these estate cards go away for the rest of the game. Now I have 2 clergy to choose from and 2 nobility. If I build one of these, the row and column go away and leaves me with the other nobility. So again, some strategizing involved there. Back to the second round. Let's see, monument takes a school and a stonemason. I'm not close to that. Monastery takes 2 churches. I'm not really close to that either. Remember, we can rotate one 180 degrees. Let's rotate this 180 degrees. So that was our kind of round, end of round bonus. Now I can build a church with that stone and this work crew. So I'm going to rotate that work crew, that stone to build this church. This gets discarded because I used it. I can look around. I've used all of these resources. I still have lumber, but I don't have a work crew, so I can't build anything. We'll flip this one over. And still don't have enough resources to build anything. So I've completed the second round there. Just like the end of the first round, we're going to reset all of those so I have all these resources available to me again. I'm going to go ahead and end the era. An era is any number of rounds you can play. You can keep playing, but I've only got 2 cards left, so it's probably not going to be very profitable. And every round you play is worth -2 points. So let's score this era. We score with these 4 victory points for the town square, plus the 1 victory point for the market, so I have 5 points. And writing that down. We also get 1 point for every structure we built. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 1 point for any duplicate structure. Blacksmith, inn, farm, tavern, sawmill, market, church, no duplicates. And then -2 points per round. So -2, -2. So we had 5 points for victory points, the 4 plus 1, 7 for the 7 structures we built, and then -4 for the 2 rounds. So 12 -4, we have 8 points there. Not awesome. The second round, we start from scratch. So all of this, we go back, put all the square sides up. We still have this gold available that we can use. Gold is a wild card for any of the resources other than the work crew. So food, wood, stone, and ore. Again, we'll shuffle these, rotate, shuffle some more, and then decide how we want to play this. Like I said, we should be strategizing. The monastery takes 2 churches, and the monument takes a school and a stonemason. We're starting fresh here, so all those structures we built in the first era are gone. So let's go ahead and start. I won't go through the whole play through again, because it's the same. We'll play rounds to build structures, to hopefully build one. If I build this one, these two go away, and then all I have is the last nobility card to build. So it kind of narrows down what you're able to build. Go through, play more rounds to build more structures, to build more estates, and then the scoring is the same. We add up to 8 we had in the first round, with hopefully more than 8 in the second round, to score in ideally high teens. Kind of the general feeling is if you can score 20 or more points, that's a pretty good game. So hopefully that gives you an idea of at least one era, which we played multiple rounds. We played 2 different rounds in that era, but hopefully that gives you the idea. We do the same thing in the second round, but now we get to build at least the clergy and hopefully the nobility. Again, you have to build peasant first, then clergy, and then if you're able to, nobility. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.